I have to read you a text that I received this morning at 5:54 a.m. Good morning, sir. Although greatest of anything is always a debate, I beg to differ on greatest point guard of all time with what you said. Magic Johnson is easily the best point guard of all time. Steph Curry is very close, but not in front of Magic. You must define point guard to really have a serious debate. Steph Curry is by far the best shooter of all time. Yes, his movement has created many shots for his teammates. He's a career 43% three-point shooter. But Magic Johnson invented the triple-double. Not true invented, but makes it more noticeable in terms of the impact on the game. It's a point guard stat, to be honest. Magic was the best. We can go on, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you get the point. By the way, Magic has 5 NBA championships.
Wow.
That quote this morning at 5:45 was from Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Wow, how about that?
And he asked me, to read it on the air. He said, I'm not backing up for it. He said, I'm tired of this argument about Magic Johnson not being the best point guard in the history of the game. He is the best point guard in the history of basketball. That is from Michael Jordan.
Crowd wanted a foul on Jordan. Magic with the spin and the bucket.
Magic had a tremendous advantage of guards of that era and even guards of today, is that he could see the whole court. He could see over people because of his height, and then his great ability to handle the ball and pass. He could just do more things because he was a 6'8" point guard.
Irvin, being the point guard, knew that he had to conduct that team. When they were down, he had to psych them up. When they were too high, he had to bring them down. He was really a coach on the court.
He could do anything on a basketball court. He could be a power forward. He could be the world's tallest point guard. He could be the world's shortest 7-foot center.
Magic Johnson was different, and it was evident and clear when he had the ball that things were going on that people hadn't seen.
The Lakers are not getting layups.
Good defense by Paris. Magic is there, and now another offensive rebound by the Lakers brings LA to within a couple.
The smaller Danny Ainge pins him underneath, uses his size advantage so effectively against Ainge, and it's an easy two.
Magic was just mind-boggling to me, the way he get the ball off the board and dribble it up and make the play. It seemed like he had his hand in everything.
Magic Johnson had tremendous basketball intelligence, like a great base runner knowing as he comes around first base why this can be a triple and not a double. He just sees the whole series of possibilities in front of him.
It kind of changed the game. I think his energy, his size at the point guard position, it just made the game seem a lot of fun.
5 seconds to go. Magic with a hook shot, scores with 2. And the Celtics trail by 1 with 2 seconds to go. And the Celtics have used their last timeout. And Tommy, this is where the Lakers have a foul to give with 2 seconds to go.
You know, imagine when those eyes get big like that. He had already figured out what he's going to do. It's over.
Magic Johnson accelerates, finds the open man.
Magic could take a snapshot of the court, meaning that he could be in effort to get a rebound. And when the ball hit his hand, he just took a quick snapshot, and that's all he needed to take.
You got out there and you feel the lane. Magic would get you the basketball.
Oh, take it to the bank!
Magic couldn't draw it better on a blackboard.
There was no rhyme or reason to the fast break. We just took off and running. At 6'9", he has the ability that a lot of point guards or just guard period don't have, and that's he's able to see over the defense.
This type of tempo, get the crowd into it, and Magic comes right back and answers with his transition score.
That's just what you said you'd look for the first 5 minutes. Isiah and Magic getting these two teams on the run.
He had the athleticism, he had the smarts, but then he had the 5th passing lane. So as a normal-sized point guard, right? You know, there's only 4 passing lanes. There's, you know, one here, one there, here, and there. Magic had a 5th passing lane that was right over your head, because no matter how tall you were trying to be, he was looking down over you and saying, "Hey, James, I think you're open. Hey, you know," so he can just pick you apart. And he did.
For Magic Johnson, 8 points. Finding Eddie Jones for the tomahawk. He ain't
can finish. This is a great finishing team. When you have Eddie Jones and Ceballos running the lane.
And every time you made a mistake defensively, I mean, Matt, every single time you made a mistake defensively, he made you pay for it. Definitely the smartest player, you know, at the point guard position that I ever played against.
Magic said, bring the next one on. 6, 5, 3-pointer. Yes! Oh, my!
Magic Johnson is the GOAT by his own, you know, what he did in his era, at his size, the way he could play make, the way he could create, the way he saw the floor, the way he just manipulated the game from rebounding, from out of the post, from out of fast breaks, from half-court sets, like the way he just did that. He didn't have to be a high shooting guard. He didn't have to hit threes. Like, that wasn't his game then. You know what I mean?
Right.
We gotta highlight Magic.
Got to.
Because he was the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
Right.
He is the GOAT.
But we cannot ever put somebody number one unless their name is Magic. The great one himself, Earvin Magic Johnson, a 5-time champion, a man that went to 9 NBA finals, who dominated the 80s. I'm talking about Showtime coming to LA. I'm talking about making a fast break popular. He had Max Kellerman getting on his treadmill or his elliptical machine, for crying out loud, because he said, I want to run and I want to fill a break whenever I want to play the game of basketball. Magic Johnson had us doing that. Magic Johnson made fast break layups in vogue. Magic Johnson made the no-look passes special. I know the Bob Cousy's of the world and others, but the Rick Barrys of the world and so many others with the no-look passes, the Pete Maraviches of the world and guys like that. But Earvin Magic Johnson, when you think point guards, you think about him first. These are my top 5 point guards of all time.
Magic, that's a three-pointer.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes. Yes. It's me and Magic, that's the conversation? Yeah. Like it just... Obviously, I have to answer it that way, but I really feel like, to your point, like, Magic's resume is ridiculous. Yeah. Like, all right, so the fact that we're even having that conversation is it's a place I never thought I'd be in. But Magic, like, that's a lofty resume to shoot for, right? So I'm still going. Let's see what happens.
That's Steph Curry talking about who the greatest point guard ever is. And I mean, when you see something like that, what kind of emotions do you experience?
Listen, I love Steph Curry and his family. So I think he's right to be on any conversation of the best of.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all know who's one and who's two. And I'm not, you know, no, I'm just saying. He said it right. He's got a little while longer. But I would never say anything bad about the young man because I love him. I love watching him play.
He's a great player.
Yes, he is.
And a really good guy.
You know, both of us did one thing. We both changed the way the game
That's true.
Played.
Very much so. Yeah.
That's the main thing. And then Laker fans, 5 championships, 3 MVPs of the final. So you got to be the long resume.
Yeah, and I think when you say point guard, you have to consider like playmaking as being the #1 most important quality, yes, that a point guard has?
Well, you got to play make and make your teammates better.
Right.
Yeah. And, I was able to do that. Steph is doing a wonderful job of doing just
Michael Jordan weighed in on that almost immediately. I think he texted Stephen A. Smith and said, I played, Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Hands triumphantly. They're all taking a shot at the Magic Man. Oh, now it's Jordan against Magic. And that's 2 Magic said, bring the next one on. Showtime in Orlando. The final seconds. 6, 5, 3-pointer. Yes! Oh, my! Ladies and gentlemen, you just can't orchestrate it better than that.
Thank you. Maybe you'll see me back, maybe you won't, but I'll remember all these good times this afternoon. I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.
You play this game to win, to have fun, and to make people happy. And if I can accomplish those 3 things, I've done what I set out to do.